If you're someone who's conducting research in the informal sciences, so that's social science, education, anthropology, and you're thinking, what research methods do I want to apply? Now, one tool that you might consider is observations. Now, the difference really lies in an observational technique based on how you're going to actually observe the individuals. If, for example, you're doing an observation of a classroom and you're trying to understand how students respond to different teaching techniques or teaching practices, then the main way you're going to get that observation is either by being in the room and having a checklist and you're observing that group behavior, their interactions, their changes, and you're doing effectively an ethogram to see how they change their behavior. That would be, I would say, a semi-distanced approach because you're not, the people will know that you're there, the students will know you're there, the teacher should know you're there, and they should know why you're there as well. And equally, then you would have the approach where you can have a completely distanced approach where you have some form of facility where they still, because of consent, need to be aware that you're doing some form of observation. So that's recordings, cameras, whatever form of tool to observe the room, but without you physically being present in it. But their behaviors will change based on knowing that they're being observed. Then you can have a more interactive, and rather than distance, you're actually present in the room. You might be leading the session, you may even be interacting with the participants in the room. And particularly, this is where you might go around, ask the various tables a different series of questions and see what their thoughts are on the particular method, and you're collecting that there and then. Now, equally, when you're doing any form of observational method, particularly with people, very different if you're observing animals in more the formal sciences. And realistically, what you're looking for is a bit of feedback on this. You're looking for, I want to know what you learned from the process, what you preferred with this method versus second method if you're taking that type of approach. What was good about this particular method? What was needs improvement? What needs more refining? Where was the delivery? Where did you feel that your needs were being met? All those different types of questions depending on the type of approach you're taking, and you're giving them the chance to feedback to you. I would equally encourage you to take this approach with different participants, so different students and different teachers, if that was the case. And you can do this in different formats as well. It's not just an education specific tool, it can work in business in terms of productivity, it can work in different areas, such as working with teams, working with various different community groups. But the key thing there is getting consent as part of your research project and making sure that they know you're going to conduct that observational technique. Now, thank you very much for listening. Any questions, drop them in the comments.